Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sonic Multiverse. If you're watching this video the day of upload, well, I'm on vacation, and I pre-recorded this video for your entertainment. So, without further delay, let's jump into What If Shadow Was Released Early, Part 3. The patrons of Casino Night Zone looked up at the Jumbotron in horror, as it displayed a full quarter of the moon being destroyed by Dr. Robotnik. Tails and Sonic were amongst them. Sonic? Did he just... Yeah, Tails. I've seen the Doc do some pretty bad things, but... This? With only 3 emeralds? What was he going on about a 7th? Whatever the case is, we need to find the remaining emeralds. Quick. But how are we going to find them? Well, we know Robotnik is looking for them. So, just follow where his badniks are headed. They'll lead us in the right direction. Got it. Before long, the heroes spotted a series of buzz bombers heading towards Hilltop Zone. So that's where they went. After narrowly avoiding an avalanche, the heroes found themselves at the peak of Hilltop Zone. Alright, the machines were headed here. The Chaos Emerald must be around somewhere. The heroes took a good long look, but all they could find was a lava pool. It was then the liquid began to bubble as a massive machine began to rise from the magma. It was none other than Dr. Robotnik piloting the Egg Scorcher Mark II. Ho ho ho! Looking for this, Sonic. Inside the heat-resistant submarine, Robotnik was holding up another one of the Chaos Emeralds. I bet your feeble minds are wondering how I found this. Well, I've reprogrammed my badniks, so I and Shadow can go find them. Actually, it's Shadow and I— Shut it, fox boy! Now, while Shadow is mining through the Mystic Caves, it seems I get to finish off you two. Ho 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 ho! The egg-shaped doctor was so busy gloating, he didn't notice a giant mallet about to hit his glorious machine. With a mighty pico, the hammer smashed through the upper portion of the submarine. Before Robotnik could even understand what was going on, he was forced to eject as the submarine began to sink back into the lava. He left in such a rush, he didn't notice the Chaos Emerald fall out of the Eggmobile and into the hands of the hammer-wielding heroine, Amy Rose. Tails was dumbfounded. Oh my, that was amazing! Oh, thanks. Yeah, I meant to do that, responded the pink hedgehog, who clearly didn't expect her hammer to be that powerful. Sonic, on the other hand, had a very different response. Rosie, nice to see ya. Can I just have that Chaos Emerald now and be on my way? Forgot already? The name's Amy Rose, and I'm here to help you. Thanks, Amy, but I really don't need— I insist. I'm sure we have this covered, Amy. I said I insist. Besides, I can help you find the Chaos Emeralds. My tarot cards will lead us the way. Okay, you can tag along, Amy. We're heading to Mystic Cave. Sounds like the next Chaos Emerald's there. Maybe your cards can help us figure out which rock to check under or whatever. Of course, anything for my darling Sonic. And with that, the trio headed off towards Mystic Cave Zone. Far below the heights of Hilltop Zone was the crystalline caverns of Mystic Cave. All was peaceful until Chaos Blast! A massive eruption of energy blasted through hundreds of pounds of stone, all to reveal a shiny gem beneath them. The black and red hedgehog picked up the gemstone. Dr. Robotnik, I've found another Chaos Emerald. How goes your mission? That blue pincushion and his friends were snooping around as usual and stole the emerald from me. You lost it? Ha! It's only a minor inconvenience. It's only a matter of time before we cross paths with them again. Then, we can just steal the emeralds back. It'll be like taking candy from a baby. Ho 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 ho. Well then, that's fine by me, Doctor. The ultimate life form hung up on his communicator. That blubbery fool. No matter. I'll pick up his slack. Nothing will stand in my way. Just then, Shadow heard something echoing through the caves.
Okay, Sonic. My tarot cards say we'll find a great treasure in these caves, but also a great threat.
In that case, you two may want to watch your step. I, on the other hand, well, I'm sure I can handle whatever the world throws at us. Sonic, look out! Tails tackled Sonic to the ground, just narrowly saving the blue hedgehog from an energy spear to the head. The trio looked over at their assailant. That blue hedgehog again, of all places. Same feeling, Mr. Tall, Dark, and Brooding. Sonic, who is this guy? Tails, meet Shadow, the so-called ultimate life form. Bite your tongue, Hedgehog. I let you live once. I won't make that mistake again. You see, this is why I don't take you seriously, Shadow. You're such a tryhard. Now why don't you just hand over that emerald and... Shadow sent the comparably pint-sized Sonic hurtling across the cave before smacking into a stone wall. Okay, not my finest moment. You are little more than a nuisance, Hedgehog. I'll be happy to be rid of you. Shadow raised his arm in a karate chopping motion before being interrupted with Amy's Pico Pico hammer. The impact sent Shadow flying back a few yards, but he quickly recovered. Impressive. Amy took a second swing. Shadow caught this one. But it's not going to work again. The ultimate life form quickly sweep-kicked Amy, knocking her to the ground. Tails was the next to attack, but ultimately, his attempts were futile. At the same time, Sonic was picking himself up from his rubble pile to see a glowing object. It was yet another Chaos Emerald. As he tried touching it, he felt a sudden spark of chaos energy electrocute his hand for a brief moment. That's when Sonic got an idea. Earlier, he had seen Shadow use an emerald to warp. So, he had to wonder, could he use it? Normally, Sonic would never run from a fight, but given the circumstances, he figured his pride could survive this. The pint-sized Sonic picked up the Chaos Emerald, feeling its chaos energy flowing through his body, before loudly enunciating, "Chaos Control!" In a flash of light, Sonic, Tails, and Amy were warped away, leaving Shadow dumbfounded. What does... Seems he isn't just a hedgehog after all. As the trio's eyes readjusted after the warp, they looked around, only to find themselves in some sort of hidden palace underneath Mystic Cave. But they survived, and now had a Chaos Emerald to boot. Despite the odds, the trio decides to keep looking for the final Chaos Emerald, and then to find a way to steal the remaining ones from Shadow and Robotnik. Come on, guys, let's do it to it! The next few zones were difficult, from the polluted wasteland of Oil Ocean, the nightmarish robotic city of Metropolis, and finally, after a daring dogfight that almost destroyed Sonic's plane, the Tornado, Sonic, Tails, and Amy were aboard the Wing Fortress, only to see an unusual enemy staring them down. Standing before the trio was a figure who loosely resembled Sonic, but had a metallic exterior. Amy briefly began to panic. Wait, is that Metal Sonic? Wait, what's this about a Metal Sonic? Not important, Tails. Either way, I'll scrap this bot. Suddenly, a voice came out through this Silver Sonic's radio.
Not so fast this time, Sonic. Though I admit this machine isn't nearly as quick as my previous model, I've far upgraded the armor.
Well then, Robotnik, let's test it out. Sonic and his new metallic counterpart began to fight it out. But to the Blue Hedgehog's surprise, this Mecha Sonic was unbelievably strong. He was able to tank every hit Sonic gave, and every time Sonic would manage to land a blow, the machine would strike back with double the efficiency.
Ho 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 ho! I only wish I could be there in person, but I'll have to enjoy watching this from the safety of the Space Colony Ark. Farewell, Sonic. My Mecha Sonic Mark I will be your destruction.
The mecha prepared its finishing blow, when suddenly it was hit from the back with a twin-tail spin. As the machine stumbled off balance, Amy ran in with her hammer, smacking the thing clean in the head, cracking the machine's optic lenser. With the robot blinded, this gave Sonic the opening he needed. He charged up a massive spin dash before charging point blank towards Mecha Sonic, knocking him to the ground and disabling the machine. As he powered down, he dropped the 7th Chaos Emerald. A Chaos Emerald? But doesn't Robotnik need those for his plan? Figures. I'm sure once this machine finished us off, it would have brought the rest of the emeralds to old Egg Face. Well, it wasn't a match for us.
I bet you're happy I came along now, aren't you, Sonic? What would you do without me?
Don't push it. Sonic looked up to the sky. Hey, Tails, how long did Robotnik say until he would fire the cannon again?
Not much longer, Sonic. We need to get up there. Now.
All right, huddle up. The trio got closer together, and holding the Chaos Emeralds they had, Sonic enunciated the words, Chaos Control! And with that, the trio disappeared before reappearing on the Space Colony Ark, with no idea what horrors await them aboard the space station. And this is where we'll be leaving this What If for right now. As we get closer and closer to the finale of Sonic 2 in this alternate timeline, how do you think things will unfold? And how do you think following games will unfold? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm ComicFan13, and I hope you have a good day.